when women want revenge, they don't just poke you with the knife. No. They aim for the jugular. So, women today will complain about how men never open up to them, and it's healthy, even necessary for a long-lasting relationship. This is false, and it will always be false. Fellas, you need to accept this one fact. Women despise weakness. You being vulnerable with her shows her your weakness. The reason why women despise weakness is because they themselves are weak, physically and emotionally. And they're aware of it, which is why they are perpetually insecure. Now, this is not a bad thing because what it does is it makes them select for strength, meaning select for men that can protect them and their offspring, which is a fundamental reason why our species has lasted for so long. Because if women did not select for strength, we would have died out a long time ago. So it's a necessary evil. But because of that, they don't like weakness. If a woman is aware that you are weak in some way, then guess what? She's no longer attracted to you. Sorry, that's just how it works. A woman needs strength for survival. And if you are not strong, then you are effectively useless to that woman. That's just the law of the freaking jungle, bro. It is what it is. Now that we understand why it is wrong to be vulnerable with women, let's explain the 5 consequences or the 5 reasons why you shouldn't be vulnerable with women. The first reason that you should not be vulnerable with women, the mystery machine. Now, what do I mean by that? When a woman is unaware of your weaknesses or vulnerabilities, you are a mystery for all intents and purposes. That makes you more intriguing, more exciting, more fun. And it allows her imagination to run wild and thinking, oh, because I don't know any of his weaknesses, he is, by all intents and purposes, invincible. And that is what you want for the woman to think of you. Because if she is aware of your weaknesses because you confided in her, you're no longer a mystery. The puzzle has been solved. And what happens when you solve a puzzle? You get bored. And that's what happens with the woman. She now becomes bored of you because there's nothing left to figure out. The mystery machine runs out. And that is one of the main reasons why you should not be vulnerable with women. The second reason that you should not be vulnerable with women, Michelle Myers. What do I mean? I mean that once you've let a woman know your deepest, darkest insecurities, and she gets a hankering for revenge or retribution because of some slight against her from you, she will use those insecurities as a weapon. And she will exact her revenge on you with that weapon. See, when women get power, when women want revenge, they don't just poke you with the knife. No. They aim for the jugular and then they stab you, twist it, and drag it down. Hence, Michelle Myers, the female version of Michael Myers. Okay? There's no remorse. There's no compassion when a woman has your insecurities in her grasp. There's only how much pain can I inflict on him? Because once again, women are naturally weaker. So when they get a little bit of power, when they get a taste of it, they wild the fuck out. They don't know how to act, so they go overboard. The reason why men are gentler with women by nature is because we're used to being more powerful. So we know how to wield it properly, which is why we're naturally better leaders. But with women, when they get the power, They don't know how to act. So, like I said, you give her your insecurities, your shortcomings, your weaknesses on a platter, she'll take it and throw it right back at you. The third reason that you shouldn't be vulnerable with a woman, Dirty Delilah. Now, before there was Dirty Diana, a la Michael Jackson, there was Dirty Delilah. Now, if you haven't read your Bible, you should read this story because it's very important for understanding female nature. Samson was the strongest human at that time. His haters, his ops, his enemies sent a woman to seduce him and capture his weaknesses. And once she got what she wanted from him, she left him to die. A woman will take your vulnerabilities and use it to further her own personal gain if she doesn't care about you. See, Michelle Myers, she cares about you, but she'll still kill you. Dirty Delilah doesn't care about you, and she doesn't care what happens to you. In my opinion, that's even worse. Never give a woman your vulnerabilities. The fourth reason that you shouldn't be vulnerable with women, Shigo. Now, I'm not talking about the Kim Possible villain that has kept me company many a lonely night when I was a young bull. I'm talking about a woman's ego. Meaning, when you are vulnerable with her, when you show her your deepest, darkest insecurities, she now knows where the chinks are in the armor. She knows that instead of being this impenetrable fortress, it's basically a chain link fence. So, your value, which was here when she was unaware of your weaknesses, is now here. So she subconsciously puts herself above you. Her ego inflates. She starts becoming disrespectful, belittling you, thinking that she can do better. Because you decided to confide in her your shortcomings. And because a woman is naturally insecure, if she finds out that you're also insecure, she's like, we're the same. Actually, I'm better. Because I'm a woman and I'm deciding to be with him even though he told me all of his weaknesses. I can do better. Let me get out of here. All because you decided that you should open up to her. And the fifth and last reason why you shouldn't be vulnerable with women, the paper tiger. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, once you share with a woman your vulnerabilities, insecurities, fears, and weaknesses, she starts to question your ability to protect her, your ability to provide for her, your ability to lead her. Can he even do these things now that I know all the areas in which he lacks? Is he even suitable to be my man at this point? You become a paper tiger. You look like you can do the job, but you can't hold water. She starts to question everything about you. She starts to question her own ideas about you because you showed her behind the curtain. Before, it was a magic trick. She didn't know how it worked, but you showed her how it worked. And because you did, she thinks, I don't really need that magic trick. Because now that I know how it works, it's not that impressive. But you wanted to tell her the truth, right? You wanted to tell her all of your fears and weaknesses because you're in love. If you don't learn, you will feel. Now listen, I've just completely outlined 5 reasons why you shouldn't be vulnerable with her. But I know, as well as any man should know, that enough consistent coochie will make any man weak and make logic and good sense go out the window. So, do with this information what you will. But don't ever say that you didn't know the consequences, because now you do. You can still confide in her if you want, but remember, there are 5 outcomes. None of them are pleasant. But it is up to you. I can't force you. You now have the knowledge. Do with it what you will. I pray that you don't have to learn the lesson too many times. That's it for today, guys. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been King's Wisdom. I got merch, link in description. I also do one-on-one consultations. Feel free to hit me up there. You're welcome.